Hey, dog, listen, bro. Y'all know just like I know. We were sold on the American dream growing up, man. Get you a house. Hey, dog, listen, bro. Y'all know just like I know. We were sold on the American dream growing up, man. Get you a house, build some equity, have a family, get you a job and a pension and all that kind of good stuff. Now we at a point where people in America living out of storage rooms, tents, and all kind of stuff. Hotels, cars, you name it. Anyway, let's get into this video. Don't forget to like it before you like it. Hit the sub before you hit the bud. Join the team before you hit the green. And don't forget the high me up. Ooh, high me up. Yeah, high me up. High me up. Hello, guys. How are you doing? I miss y'all. A year now. My brother didn't want to pay him. You don't like my brother. He's still. He's not stuck there. Well, man, my food and my drink are there. Right. So you've been staying in here for a year. So when it gets in the summer, you feel green, man? Oh, man, appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you. So in the summer, man, this is metal. Oh, it's hot, man. I have to wait over there all day long. Until night? Until night, man. And it's even hot right now. It's only 8 degrees outside. Oh, man, it's terrible. It's like a sauna. You can't stand it. That's wet here a long time. Man, the cold is okay. It's away, but it's too cold, man. I got my sleeping bag, my beer there, my clean bucket, my clean clothes, cases. I got a big case here. I got a sleeping bag just in case. It's cold because I was about to say, when it gets 17 degrees, this is cold, just as cold as outside. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's bad, man. It's bad. But better. And this is water hooked up? Yeah, I live here. Oh, it's not hooked up anymore. And you got your clothes right here. No, you got clothes in my. So guys, just for perspective, this is like a storage unit. Yeah. So you've been living in like a storage unit. I was living in another academy, did do things, and I helped live it, but to help him. I'm not an owner. If I don't got my VA and clean record and pay all my taxes, about $170. Finish it. You were in the military? Yeah. What branch? Army. How long did you serve? 17. Wow. 17 years, VA. I got all that money. I got all that to get over there and get my money and buy a house. Really? I think I had 135,000. They told me to wait till 65. I waited to 65, now I'm 67. If I wait to 72, then I'm not dying too. I'm not sure. Wow, man. And I just want to say this. The VA is supposed to help you get into housing. I know it. And they didn't. And they know. They know where I'm at. And they didn't know about it. They didn't come see me. Who has visited you in terms of resources? Who's visited? Your brother? And the people that know me. So, this is all. Bro, this man a whole vet. U.S. Army, bro. They're supposed to take care of vets. Now, I know I hear mixed reviews about the military. Some people got in, they got everything they needed. And some people, they got the short end of the stick. I don't know how it works out so well for others, and it works out terribly for others. I just don't get it, dog. But man, nobody who served in the military is supposed to be living like this. I know people that's getting that money from the VA, you know, whatever they be talking about, like 100% disability, 95%. All I know people like that. This is wild. All these people do. That man living in a storage room. They try to live in here. We gotta kick their asses out. Fast trouble, y'all. So you're gonna live in storage, man, yo, bro. You know, it just makes me think about the adaptability and survivability of human beings, bro. Like you will be surprised in the types of places humans will lay their heads down when they have no choice, man. When people are like on drugs, they will sleep under houses like animals. They will sleep in places that normal people who ain't on drugs will sleep in.
people who are homeless because of financial hardship will sleep in the types of places that you wouldn't imagine sleeping in, dog. But you gotta sleep where you gotta sleep, bro. It's a necessary evil, bro. This shit is crazy. You're gonna need to be as invisible as you possibly can be. You basically need to be a ghost. If anybody finds out you're here, that's when you start running into trouble. So, first of all, I needed power for my unit. So what I did is I ran an extension cord along the power cable up here, and I sort of zip tied it up. So you can't really tell it's power is going to my unit unless you are looking closely. So this is my unit here, and at the top of the unit you can see I have an antenna, and that's so I can get a cell signal inside the unit itself, because once you close the door, it drops all signal. I have a lock, which I've magnetized onto the door so it looks like it's locked, even when it's not. And then when I actually do want to lock it, I can just use this lock or use another one down here and leave that one there. All right, so let's take a look at the unit now. So in here, I've got my TV, entertainment center set up there. I've got my bed. I've got my kitchen area over there, complete with a fridge, and my couch over here. Oh, that one have to move in on storage. Once you're inside here, you can close the door. And I've screwed on a latch here, so that way you can close it and sort of lock it. Man, dude is smart, bro. Not for making this video. Blowing spot up. I also put a mirror up, so you can see what you're doing. Up here, I've got a toaster oven, and this toaster oven actually works pretty well, I'd say. Boy, you can put the DiGiorno pizza up in that thing, boy. It's just as well as a conventional oven. I've got some dishes over here. Got some more pots and pans over here. And my fridge is right here. Underneath, I've got a filing cabinet, some tools, and some storage for some other stuff I have. Up on this part of the kitchen, I have cutting board, so I can make some lunch or dinner there. I have a hot plate for boiling water, cereal. Up here is the Tupperware, and then over here I've got food cupboard with all my food. And this is the sink I've built, and the sink is basically like a 25-liter container filled with water, and I've attached these tubes here, so you just open it up, and then the water comes down this tube and out there. So, yo, a dude would have been born in like the early 1900s. He would have definitely been like an inventor or some shit, bro. Like, dude he's crafty. He's definitely resourceful. He's crafty as fuck. Got running water, your dishes, get a drink, whatever, and then the water filters into this bucket, which goes down into these holes here, which goes into a funnel, which leads into a separate container here. And I usually find I have to empty that container and refill that one, usually once a week, maybe twice. So over here above the bed, I built a bar, and this is just to hold all my liquor and drinks and everything. But I've also got stuff at the back there behind the bed. So what I've done is I built this little hinge here. This comes out, and then the hinge drops down. What do you do to earn? And then that hold in place while you go and get whatever you need to from back there. Am I the only one that's like mind blown at how crafty he is, bro? There's no way y'all watching this like this some normal shit. There's no way, bro. Dude is making the best out of his situation, man. Over here, I built a clothing rack. Oh shit! This works just like it would. You put a lot of shit in that motherfucker. That motherfucker be big. Little lash here on this string, so you can push the clothing further to the wall, giving you more space. I had trouble mounting it. Up here, I built some shelving for some items that I'm storing in here that I don't really use too much. I got my snowboard hanging from the ceiling there. And as you can see, all the stuff I've built in here is all built basically hanging from the ceiling. And the way I did that is I just got 2x4s, really long 2x4s, and put them all the way across the unit. And then I used L brackets to build shelving down from that.
Man, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If he not making money like doing DIY projects for people and stuff, dog, he tripping, dog. Obviously, he got the skill set to do that type of work, bro. You know how much people pay handymen to come to their house and do regular stuff that don't require that type of ingenuity? Man, bro, he could be making money hand over fist just charging people to come on the TV. Believe it or not, they got people that don't know how to mount a TV, dog. You can charge them like $150, $200. They'll pay half.
TV.
Real talk.
For living update, I'm gonna show you guys my new storage unit and how I stay organized living in my car in Tampa, Florida. First things first, I got this 3-drawer plastic container. Whatever, I put my clothes in that. Usually I do underwear, socks, bras in the top. I do my shirts and then pants. I just pick out outfits and then find them later on. I got these bags from Target, and honestly, they were so helpful in moving. It literally got all of my stuff to Tampa from Tennessee. I left my dirty clothes basket in my other storage unit in Nashville because it wasn't going to fit in my car. So all of my dirty clothes right now are just in a pile. We're going to hit the laundromat sometime this weekend. But that is my storage unit update for you guys. We're doing good. Tampa's amazing. It's super hot here. The beach is amazing though, and honestly, I will say the people here are really nice.
People ask me every single day, why do you want to live in a tent? And here's the deal. You have to come up with first, last, and security to rent a home. You have to make 3 times the rent to rent a home. You have to get background checks and credit checks. And then if you're lucky enough to get approved and have the almost $10,000 that you need to move in, then you better have the money to hook up all of your utilities. They're also going to require deposits. The United States has made the rental sector unaffordable. People who are renters can no longer afford to rent. They are now living in cars, in tents, in vans, anywhere that they can live because it's no longer affordable to rent a home. So that is why I live in my canvas tent, and I live for under $600 a month.
What?
And I am very happy.
We were living in a store. Oh, she living better than some people I know in New Orleans, bro. Real talk, I done been into some crazy cribs. I done been into houses where people was living bad. I'm talking about holes in the roof where you could literally see birds flying, bro. I'm not lying to y'all, dog. Y'all gotta understand. New Orleans look like, man, certain parts of New Orleans look like a third world country, bro. I'm dead ass serious, man. Like I can think of some spots right now. In the 7th ward that look like a bomb went off, in the 9th ward, like right off of Poland. In the east, right there by Bunker Hill. Like, bro, they got some places out here, dog, that you would literally think was like one of them boys on Call of Duty or something where they be playing, team deathmatch or some shit, bro. I'm telling you, it look like a bomb went off in certain places and people live in them houses. That's the crazy part. Unit and got kicked out because it got so popular. Everyone was talking about it. It was even on the news. We lived in a U-Haul after we got kicked out of the storage unit. We used that same U-Haul to set up our new homeless spot next to the shopping mall. There were no private property signs, but someone owned this land and kicked us off. So then we moved into a hotel, and then we got evicted from that, and we're homeless again. This is our 2nd time being homeless. We know how to survive, and we're gonna stay out here until we save up enough money so we pay off all our debt and get a tiny home. We gotta raise our credit really high. So it's not just about money.
After being homeless, living in
Oh, y'all getting kicked out of these places because y'all keep going viral about the places y'all live in. Like that first dude that was like, yeah, man, if they come to the storage room, they might kick you out. But the whole time he put the video on TikTok and it's gonna get millions of views. It probably end up in the hands of the people that own the storage unit. And then they gonna kick his ass out after all the hard work he put in. See, me personally, I got common sense, man. If I'm living like this, I ain't letting the world know where I'm at. Blowing up my spot.
my car for 5 years because of the out of control rent prices and the cost of living crisis that we're experiencing in America right now. Me and my best friend now live in a long-term hotel, and this is perfect because you can stay as long or short as you want. All the utilities are included. You don't have to make 3 times the rent. You don't have to have perfect credit. And they don't care if you have an eviction on your record. And we have made the place kind of our own, adding little touches here and there. And so far, we are absolutely loving this. And I think this is a great alternative. Is it perfect? No, but I think it is a great option, and we're making it work. And we're excited for what is to come. Update for you guys. We're still in.
Man, bro, people living crazy out here, dog.
I
But that's
think
not
I'm
really
right.
crazy, but the measures people are having to take just to have a roof over their head in today's economy is wild.
And the second hotel that we went to, we're still there because it's obviously the cheapest hotel. And it's like an extended stay hotel, so I feel like they're not being like weird about us being here, which is nice. The thing is though, since we have a dog, they have to come in every single day and clean, and that's kind of frustrating because it seems like every time they come in to clean, it's always right when they get the baby down to bed. And they have to have everybody out of the room, and they can't have anything on the beds for them to be able to come in there, like obviously for reasons. But so I always have to get the baby up, and so she's been annoyed by getting her naps interrupted every single day. But today, he gave me the option of just changing out the towels and like helping. I did the trash cans and stuff with him, so that way he didn't have to come in, which was really nice.
Yes, I pay $300 to $400 a week to do hotel living, and here's why. Well, first things first, I did not need thousands of dollars to move into the hotel. I didn't have to go through any background checks. I didn't have to do a credit check. I did not have to pay a filing fee. I didn't have to pay first and last month's rent. And another one of the biggest things, I did not have to prove 3 times the amount of the rent to move into the hotel.
Right.
And also, I'm not locked into any type of lease. Now, that's just the start. Also, let's talk about utilities. I did not have to go out and get my own utilities turned on. The power, the water, the cable, the trash. It all came with my one total amount that I paid to stay here at the hotel, which currently is $307 a week. Now, those prices are subject to change, also per state, per location, even for me. Once I do my reservation, I do it for 6 months at a time, which locks me into that rate. However, when I go to switch my reservation, my price may go up, but sometimes it does go down. It all just depends on what the cost of hotel are at the time that you're doing your reservation. And no, hotel living is not for everyone. It's not the most glamorous lifestyle. However, it will keep you off the street, out from under a bridge, and it'll keep a roof over your head, and it's all about how you make it.
So last week I posted a video about my extended stay hotel room. A lot of people wanted to know about price. It's about $50 a night, so that winds up to about $350 a week, about $1,500 a month, give or take. Maybe $100, $200, depending on if you want 2 beds.
Hey, you know how bad it gotta be? Well, $1,500 a month is better off spent in a hotel because you can't go and get a house or an apartment with because you gotta have the credit, you gotta have the 3 times the rent,
3 times the rent,
the credit score, no evictions on your record. Shit.
Background check. Oh, this shit. You gotta be living there, all kinds of shit.
No income, so this ain't even feasible. They can't even get in a hotel. They living off their family and shit.
If you have animals, etc. But just for us, we got the basic package, simple room. We pay $1,500 a month. You can pay nightly, you can pay weekly, or you can pay monthly. Or you can pay 2 or 3 days at a time. Whatever works best for you. We don't have any bugs. There's no cockroaches. That was a major thing for me because I'm not gonna be able to deal with cockroaches. They're very clean, like I said, they're really cozy. There's not a lot of drug activity to speak of. If people are doing drugs here, you wouldn't know. There's not a lot of drama and police in and out and stuff. It's very peaceful and quiet.
Everybody knows that here at the hotel, we do long-term stays for $1,020 a month. But I want to show you what the hotel actually looks like on the inside. So let's go in and take a look. We have a little coffee bar. It's not what everyone expects in a coffee bar. It's not aesthetic, but it is free coffee, so don't complain. We have people from all around the world. Yes, we know the restroom door needs to be painted. The floor, we know the grout needs to be cleaned. But just because it looks dirty, it doesn't mean it is dirty. We clean them every day. The elevator is a little dinged up. We get it. We know it needs to be fixed. This is the fourth floor. It's old. We know. Even the carpet is old. The ceiling needs to be scraped and painted. Damn. We know. I don't know what's going on there. We've had a lot of bad maintenance guys in the past that didn't care about their job and they were literally just do stuff like
it is, y'all was hiring smokers.
Mm-hmm.
Crackheads.
Y'all hiring
And
crackheads.
people that was method out.
Method out.
Method around.
Method.
You can't be hiring crackhead.
Oh my goodness, boy, because whatever $1,000, I said this motherfucker, that's okay.
When you dealing with them type of people, bro. But you trying to cut corners and save money, and sometimes that's what it doesn't happen. You get what you paid for.
Like this. This room, for instance, it is clean, but it has a few issues, like right here. It needs to be painted and grouted a little bit. We know the issues, but it doesn't mean that it's dirty. So the mirror definitely has seen better
money to upgrade the property.
He helps.
You are what you attract. You attract what you are.
Well, one of my biggest pet peeves, I have a bunch
I know y'all
of
got
pillows. And this, see, little donkeys are gonna climb up on the door and they're gonna scratch it and peel the paint off. And this lovely thing, I just noticed. Housekeeping didn't tell me. Now I have to take this room offline and we have to patch it. This, see, what's going on with that? But it's clean. Now, I did try to fix this with some yellow paint, but it didn't work out. Please, one of you did this because you thought your man was in the room with another woman, but he wasn't. And you tore my door up. Don't do that. There's only 14 including myself that take care of this hotel. The hotel is 5 stories. It has 160 guest rooms. We have 6 event spaces here. The hotel sits on almost 7 acres of land, so that should tell you about how big it is. It's a lot of work to do to run this hotel, and with the limited staff, we always manage to get it done. So I know things are lacking. I know things need to be fixed. I can ensure the hotel is clean. It needs a facelift, cosmetic lift in certain areas, but we're definitely getting there. So give us a try.
Yeah, guys, you gotta dig your lucky stars right now, bro. You got a house, apartment, studio, apartment, it doesn't matter, bro. If you're not living in a tent, you're doing better than
you live in a tent.
That's something.
If you ain't homeless right now, you doing fine, baby.
It's crazy, man.
It's or you.
How many people don't give a shit and don't have any type of interviews with people living in these situations, man. Just go pick up another job, bro. Jobs out here, brother. There's no jobs out here, bro.
I think they got offered a job making $10 an hour. I be there, I might take $10 an hour.
Ads and stuff like that.
Shit, I might well DoorDash.
They just collecting people daily. They got a lot of people doing that right now on Indeed, man. But yeah, bro, if you got somewhere to live, you better thank God right now. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm gonna give it to y'all on the next one. And don't forget the
Happy up, ooh, happy up, ooh. Uh-oh. Better watch it. I gotta see what South Walk was talking about.
Why, yeah, you already handled it, so what's the matter? You already put your hands on, you already do all that already, so what's the matter? We don't put my hands on you, no. But I did, I jumped on my back home. On video. Yeah, because you had me set up. Are you proud of that? Does that make you feel good? Oh, no.
Done, South Walker. South Walker.
Kill Drake. After he found out that Drake was sticking some wee-wee, Drake was sticking some sausage in his baby mama, and he even said, fuck his own son. All this on audio leak. Y'all probably heard about it. I just want to see what the hell who I got to say about it. I ain't heard it yet. I heard about it. We about to hear it together.
That Sauce Walker and Drake beef has been going on for about a decade now. Sauce Walker dissed Drake over a decade ago because Drake didn't do a song with local Houston artists when he moved to Houston to live. Now Sauce felt like Drake was using the Houston lingo. the Houston songs, but he wasn't giving back to Houston by doing songs and features with him and other artists. Coming down here, using our culture, but that's a long ass time ago. Look at the dread. Good content, and I ain't get me. Think about a family fun thing and some money to some house and tripping out in the club. And this music with artists from everywhere but Houston. Put it through age 10. Bro, y'all be kind of. It don't matter, bro. He's a grown ass man, bro. I just wish people was like. I don't know. This actually took place in 2015. Drake responded back to this at a concert in 2015, where Drake was in Houston when he said this, and he told Houston, listen, whatever that F-boy saying is not going to stop me from rocking with y'all and showing love to y'all. I don't hold it against y'all that there's one hater in the city. And Sauce Walker took offense to this, like a great deal of offense to this, even though he dissed Drake first. I don't give a what any ever says about me. This is a place that I love with all my heart. I try to keep it y'all, YouTube and Meta might owe you up to $1,000 if you or your child grew up on social media. If you or your child of over $1,000. When you constantly coming in the city, I'm constantly trapping around the world. We gotta bump into each other. There's no such thing as not bumping into each other. And everything. That's true. I bumped into this nigga before. I was all the way up at Fort Lauderdale. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a lot of business going on out there. So I had went to the Mercedes dealership. This nigga walked in. We was both at the service center together, getting our cars serviced. The altercation that me and Drake have had over the years, like y'all seen what y'all seen on camera, but it's a whole bunch that will go on in the city of Houston that's not on camera with different conversations and encounters where we run into each other. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always addressed every situation I ever, like, whatever I do on the internet, I'm gonna do it in real life. Like, I probably do worse in real life. So I address the situation like a man multiple times. And over the years, you know, sometimes we'll bump heads over it, or like we'll have you know what I'm saying, an argument about, like, around each other, like Instagram or whatever. Like, the one thing I said about Drake, like, he gonna respond, like, you know what I'm saying? Feeling like Drake ain't gonna respond, or like, you know what I'm saying, or he gonna like run from, like, I've like pulled up on Drake multiple times, like on some pressure, but don't run from the situation. He gonna come talk to me over here, let's talk like me in a whoop, or like try to stood up for him, but you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be me, we gonna be us, you know what I'm saying? But I will say that, like, Drake, he not gonna like act like this if it's around him, or he know that it's approaching, he not gonna like act like it don't exist, or he not like gonna like try to show away or like this was scary. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be like, what y'all talking about? Yeah, like, what y'all talking about? Come on, I ain't doing that. Yeah. Now, Sauce Walker was under the assumption that this beef with Drake had been squashed. What it sound like. Because he even told academics that Drake reached out and they squashed it and they talked as men. Right. Now, I don't know how long this peace tree lasted, or if Drake had that boy on skates just to slide it off with baby mama. Yeah, right. But yeah, this beef was far from over, even when Sauce Walker thought it was over. And you know, Drake knew who his baby mama was. Mm-hmm. Drake wasn't just hitting and smacking no cheeks, and he didn't know this was Sauce Walker baby mama. After Sauce Walker dissed him and all that, like, no, Drake knew. Got to a point where bro just like reached out to me, or he invited me to a party here in Houston. He had like a get together or whatever. David Bustin, he invited me to that spot. You know how we get down to Houston, like that's another thing. So it ain't that many places in the world you can go to. No, you like that buses everywhere. Like that bus in Times Square. I understand that. That's like one place. That whole setup and how that vibe is though. I'm telling you. That's a plate. Them buses. We do that in a lot of spots. We do that in a lot of spots. Bowling alley, race car place, Top Golf. Like, Houston is a place where there's gonna be some rich player from the city gonna come to this place for 30,000, 50,000, 20,000, whatever y'all want. We shut the club, we shutting this event space down tonight. And that's gonna be our thing. We finna come here and smoke weed. We finna have girls up here twerking. We finna turn whatever it is. If this was, I don't like it could be not Chuck E. Cheese. That's the kids. I'm just saying. Sauce Walker was under the assumption his beef with Drake was squashed. I don't think Drake was aware. Like, I don't think Drake
got the nerve and wasn't supposed to be beefing with Sauce Walker anymore.
Right.
Because when Sauce Walker and Adam 22 got into it, Adam 22 will go on his podcast with WAP 100 and he will state that when he was on FaceTime with Drake, Drake said some non-favorable things about Sauce Walker.
What?
And when this clip went out there, Sauce Walker responded back to Drake and just restarting their beef again, right? That was supposed to be squashed last year.
Talk about the G-Wagon, talk this, listen.
Let's just say that Drake has been giving me a little bit more information about Sauce that I might not otherwise have.
I'm trying to. So
even back then, like I don't know, like he's someone who just decided that he wanted to beef with me, even though I've always shown him respect. And honestly, even when me and Drake were having our little FaceTime powwow about him last night, like Drake, it was like, yeah, you know, I respect him. He's a hustler. He made something out of himself out of Texas, but he just got to stop popping that he's something that he ain't. And I'm like, that's exactly.
What that mean? What you mean by something that he ain't?
Me and Drake feel like we kind of got the same exact
what
treatment from him.
You think?
I mean, he's not some fucking business genius that he wants to paint himself as. And if he was, why would you be on Twitch for 9 hours a day to 200 people?
I don't think Drake wanted that information out. I think Drake and Adam was just gossiping, right, about Sauce Walker probably randomly. Like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, damn, you just don't. This is what I don't like. Remember when that Young Thug shit came out? Everybody was like, "The grown ass men gossiping, bro." You gossip too, bro. You're not about to tell me you don't be in the back at the barbecue smoking with your homies or with your cousins or with your uncle, and y'all talking about what Drake this, who Drake this, or you know what I'm saying, what Shay did on the basketball court, or none of that, bro. Y'all like everybody gossip, bro. Like that's a normal thing. Like I don't like when motherfuckers be trying to act like nobody, only girls gossip. Okay, buddy. But yeah, like why Adam 22 come out and say that though? Like, folks, like damn, if we go gossip, we gotta keep it. We gotta keep it with, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man.
briefly, and then he shared that where Drake is saying, man, Sauce be thinking he the man. He not really the man. He not really popping how he think he popping. But Sauce Walker took offense to this, and he responded. And apparently, like that, you know, like that peace treaty him and Drake had,
it was over.
went out the window.
So he smacked his baby off.
I think somebody said Sauce Walker be acting like he really him, but he ain't really him like that. I'm trying to understand where that makes sense. I'm trying to understand well.
I'm not doing
Where?
this. I'm sorry.
Where?
I'm not doing it.
I'm trying to understand where. And how is Sauce Walker not him like that, but he think he look like that. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to get it.
Is this his shop?
Across the street, right there, right all the way across the street. Don't they see Enterprise? You see that sign over there?
No.
It's that Enterprise,
No,
right?
I see it. Oh, I see it. You got
If
something.
anybody understand ever use Enterprise, okay, well, this is my Enterprise.
Apparently, though, between the timeline of the academics interview from last year and today, within that timeline, Sauce Walker and Drake reignited their feud. They're back beefing.
Right.
And within that timeline, Drake found a way to crack Sauce Walker baby mama.
See, one thing about, especially when I look at her, I know she's listen, I know that's your baby mama, so I ain't gonna get too disrespectful here. I know she going. You can just look at her and see. A lot of girls you can just look at and tell, yeah, she's going for sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what. Listen, sometimes you be wrong, sometimes you be right, but a lot of times you can just look at a girl and be like, yeah, she going. And we all know. See, one thing about these niggas the one thing that always scared me about some of these niggas is y'all willing to trick to. Listen, I don't give a fuck. Listen, bro. What? So if you got a girl that's not going, you got a girl that's going, right? You got a rich motherfucker with billions of dollars, pretty much, access to billions, and he's willing to trick. He's willing to trick. That's why I tell you, a lot of times y'all give a lot of these women, like, most women don't deserve the respect that they ask for on social media. Like, most women, if Drake DM them and they want to send her a jet and take her a jet from fucking, let's say she lives in Houston, hey, I'm in Italy. Like, let's kick it. I like your vibe. You looking real good. Like, and yeah, I'm gonna send you a jet. I'm gonna send you a car. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. You can go to this hotel. I pay for the hotel. You go to presidential suite. I send you a car. The car will take you to the jet. The jet will bring you over here to Italy. I'm out here. We can kick it for a whole week, 2 weeks. I'll pay for. Don't worry about nothing. And then she get to Italy and she got 3 Birkins, 4 Chanel bags, and a Van Cleef bracelet, and a Bulgari necklace. And then you just sitting there like, what? And then you think she not gonna let Drake crack? You know what I'm saying? So if you got a girl that's not no like real wholesome, like God-fearing woman, like, you know what I'm saying, like real down-to-earth woman, if you got a girl like that who kind of look like she used to be a stripper, I'm not trying to be both. I'm just letting you know what Mac don't gotta keep it real. It looked like she either is a current stripper or she used to be a stripper. She looked like she either is currently on OnlyFans or she used to be on OnlyFans. You feel? Drake know how to snipe. Drake ain't stupid. Drake know how to look at a girl like, come on, bro. I wouldn't even give a fuck for real. Who cares? Like, let the bitch go smack her. But this is why I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is why I refuse to ever do baby mama shit. Like, ever.
Since the baby mama that Drake apparently gave vicious backstrokes to, now I can't tell if this is a pog or a light-skinned woman. I honestly can't tell, yo. Like, yo, a lot of these IG chicks, yo, the white girls look like they light-skinned. I just can't tell. But regardless, apparently the baby mama is now Sauce Walker's top op and #1 enemy, man, because Drake cracked. Man. Right? Sauce Walker is calling her phone, telling her F her son. Man. And she recorded. His smoke is war because she dealt with Drake and she smashed Drake, knowing that Drake and Sauce Walker don't get along. So she leaked a call where she's telling her that he's gonna shoot up Drake's car and that he run the city. This is just ego stuff, right? Like this is a conversation where you find out that man has stuck beef stick in your woman. I wonder how he found out. You just letting her know